Very hard. It's very
Are we live? Yeah. I'd like to call this meeting to order. In the spirit of truth and reconciliation, we acknowledge the town of Edson is located on Treaty 6 territory, the traditional ancestral lands of the Nikiwak, Saulteaux, Siksika, Piikani, Kainai, Dene, Dakota Sioux, and the Otipemisiwak Métis nations. We honor the knowledge of this. We honor the knowledge of this land, the elders and youth which gathered here, and their ancestors who have gathered here for centuries. At this time, I'd like to accept a motion for that the agenda for the September 9th, 2025 special meeting of council be adopted as presented. Go ahead, Councillor Chouinard.
I move that the agenda for September 9th, 2025 special council meeting be adopted as presented.
Are there any discussion, questions, comments? Seeing none, all those in favor? That motion is carried. Moving on to the public hearing, and just before we begin, I'll just address some housekeeping items with our public hearing. The speaking order is we're going to have a staff presentation first, followed by a public presentation from anyone wishing to speak for or against the bylaw, followed by clarifying questions from council. Please understand this is a public hearing, so no decisions are made, questions are asked during the public hearing, and our role here as council is to listen to anyone who has concerns or has comments to be made. If applicable, if the applicant is here, I don't believe the applicant is speaking tonight. No, if they do, they have 15 minutes to make a presentation. And any other speakers will have up to 5-minute time limit unless the chair extends the allotted time, and to make sure you address all comments through the chair, which is me tonight. With that, I will declare this public hearing open, and I will pass it on to Mr. Clayton Kitlitz, our General Manager of Infrastructure and Operations, as well as Kyle Miller with Sheffer Andrew with the initial presentation.
I'm good. Okay. Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Once again. Sure. Thank you.
Or I have to talk for you.
Yeah. Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Once again, we have Kyle Miller here with Sheffer Andrew, our planner, who will be presenting for tonight's public hearing.
Thank you, Mr. Kitlitz, and thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you all for having me here tonight. We are here for a public hearing regarding proposed bylaw 2328, which is a redistricting bylaw for a portion of Lot 1, Block 8, Plan 5756 HW. Currently, all of Lot 1, Block 8, Plan 5756 HW is within the R1 Rural Residential District. The purpose of the R1 Rural Residential District is to allow for low-density residential development comprised predominantly of single-family dwellings, single-detached dwellings on larger lots with a semi-rural character, having minimal urban standards, and does include and account for the operation of various ancillary businesses on those parcels. The proposed redistricting application was submitted by McElhaney Geomatics on behalf of the landowner to amend the land use bylaw district map and redistrict a portion of part of Lot 1, Block 8, Plan 5756 to the C3 Highway Commercial District, and a second portion of that same lot to the PS Public Service District. For some context, I just wanted to include an aerial photograph here. The subject site is outlined in yellow and is located on the western, or in the western portion of the town of Edson. And it's just north of Highway 16, about 200 to between 200 and 300 meters north of Highway 16. The purpose of the C3 district is to provide for vehicle-oriented commercial and light industrial development along Highway 16. As you can see more clearly on this figure, Highway 16 is just to the south of the subject site. And the purpose of the PS district is to provide for and maintain for the development of institutional, educational, and recreational uses in the community. The applicant has also advised that they propose to subdivide a portion of Lot 1 that is being redistricted and consolidate it with Lot 2 to the south, which would separate the approved commercial use within Lot 1 with an approved commercial use within Lot 2. The existing use was not approved under the current land use bylaw. However, it would be considered a contractor general development and was approved under a previous land use bylaw. So therefore, we are considering the approved use on the site to be contractor general, as well as the residential uses that are on the site. This figure on the left shows the existing districting of the subject site. And as you can see, the entire portion of Lot 1, Block 8 is within the R1-R district. And on the right is the figure showing the proposed redistricting. So the diamond cross-hatched area is the portion of Lot 1 that will be redistricted to the C3 Highway Commercial District. And the portion of the, I guess, diagonally cross-hatched area will be redistricted to the Public Service, the PS district. Just briefly before I get into the statutory review, the purpose or the reasoning behind redistricting a portion of the lot to the Public Service District is to account for and protect the existing utilities that service the residents and the commercial development. And because those are municipal service lines that will service multiple parcels, the landowner will dedicate that area as a public utility lot during the subsequent subdivision. And that way the town's municipal utilities are in a municipally controlled parcel. As you can hopefully see, there's a very small blue dot almost in the center of your screen that shows the subject site. And you can see the orange line within the town boundary that outlines the intermunicipal development plan. And the subject site is not within the municipal development or the intermunicipal development plan area, but it is adjacent to it. So the policies within the IDP that apply to intermunicipal development do not apply to this proposed redistricting application. However, we did, as part of our circulation and referral process, send a copy of the redistricting application to the Yellowhead County, just in an effort to continue to be good neighbors and build strong relationships. The municipal development plan identifies this area as existing developed land in the map 6, and the proposed redistricting is consistent with priority service, business, light industrial land use designations. This area does indicate that, or the municipal development plan does indicate that the lands in this area are suitable for business, light industrial uses, and parts of it are impacted by the Edson Airport noise exposure areas. However, the proposed development is existing and there's not expected to be any adverse impacts from the airport on the subject site or vice versa. The municipal development plan also contains policy language to encourage the logical extension of municipal services into this area while also providing options for on-site servicing. As I did mention, the development on this site is partially serviced by municipal infrastructure. As the subject site is towards the western boundary of the town, it's servicing, it does face some servicing constraints, specifically with regard to water pressure and flow rates for water demand. However, it's not expected that the proposed development or the subsequent subdivision will be negatively impacted by this, as the existing development is appropriately serviced. Should there be expansion or additional development in the future, that would be the opportunity for the town to review the existing servicing and determine the appropriate and necessary upgrades at that time. This figure is the fire flows. Again, it's on the lower end of the fire flow spectrum. But again, the anticipated servicing would be upgraded at time of future development as required. This figure does show the existing service area for sanitary, sewer, and wastewater. It's showing the subject site as being partially outside the existing service area. However, you can hopefully see a little black dot in the corner that does show that there's an existing town sanitary pipe and manhole that is extended into this parcel. And that is the reason for the extension of the public utility lot in order to protect those that municipal infrastructure. As part of the redistricting application, the town provided written notice of the proposed land use bylaw amendment to internal and external referral agencies in August of 2025. The Municipal Government Act requires that in addition to these referrals to the internal and external agencies, that written notice be provided to adjacent landowners and that they be advised of the public hearing. And this was completed by mail notice on August 20th of 2025. And the town advertised the public hearing in the Weekly Anchor on August 25th. There was a administrative oversight that did not have the Anchor advertisement published on the 8th. However, the town's advertising bylaw does allow for various forms of public notification, and the public notification requirements are satisfied in spite of the fact that it was only published once in the newspaper. And through all of these agency circulations and adjacent landowner circulations, no objections were received by administration at the time of the preparation of this report. As a result, in the opinion of the town's planner, the proposed redistricting application facilitates the orderly development of existing highway commercial developments by enabling a framework for future subdivision and dedication of a public utility lot to protect existing services within the town of Edson in appropriate locations identified in the town's statutory planning documents. Are there any questions from council?
Thank you, Mr. Miller. Before we move on to questions, Mr. Kitlitz, you're queued up, so you have something to supplement?
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Mayor. So sorry, excuse me. Kyle and I must have got our wires crossed. So the error in the advertisement for the Anchor wasn't that we missed the 8th, we missed the 1st. So we ran it the 25th and the 8th, rather than, so it did go on for 2 weeks, just
my
not 2
apologies.
consecutive weeks. So, but it was on our webpage the whole time as well as social media. So.
All right. All right, thank you. So if that concludes Mr. Miller and Mr. Kitlett's presentation, turning it over to council, does council have any questions for Mr. Miller or administration on this? Okay, seeing none, I will now ask if there anyone would like to speak for or against the proposed bylaw. Anyone? Anyone? All right. Oh, and is there any written submissions?
Administration did not receive any written submissions or registered speakers.
Thank you. So with that, I will declare this public hearing closed, and we will move on to bylaws. So Mr. Kitlitz or Mr. Miller, do you have anything further with regards to this bylaw you would like to say? Mr. Kitlitz, no. Mr. Miller?
No, thank you.
No. So if there's no other comments from council, I will accept a motion for second reading on the bylaw. Councillor Chouinard.
I move that council give second reading to bylaw number 2328.
Thank you. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns? Seeing none, all those in favor? That motion is carried. Can I get another motion for third reading? That's Councillor Bevan.
Make a motion that council give third reading to bylaw number 2328.
Thank you. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Seeing none, all those in favor? That motion is carried. And with that, this special meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.